Hello everybody, welcome to our channel. My name is Lay. I'm a mother of two and we are a family of four on a financial journey of becoming completely debt-free, where we plan on paying off $29,000 and taking you guys step by step and payment by payment along the way. If you're new to this channel, thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I really hope you enjoy this content and decide to stay. And if you're returning, thank you guys so much for your continued support. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to recover from a bad budgeting month. And we are going to use myself as experience from February. We're going to talk about kind of how to recognize when you had a quote unquote bad budgeting month, because I do believe that there's no such thing as a bad month. There's just a lot of variables that you have to uncover and figure out what happened to be able to set yourself up for success the following month or pay period or week, depending on how you do your budget. For us, for the month of February, it was a hot mess express, from us getting sick to overspending. And I'll be using myself as an example in our family on kind of what took place and how we are adjusting our budget and adjusting our mindset for March to have a successful budgeting month. So the very first thing to realize, or that we had to realize, was recognize I hope you guys can see this good. If I'm gonna So the very first thing is recognize why the budget was over. That can be for a bunch of different reasons. It could be due to decreased income. It could be from an unexpected expense. Or it could just be from overspending. So there was a reason why the budget if you're like me, the budget in February didn't work for us. It was a lot of overspending and not taking into account what we had going on for the month. So for example, our family we had gotten a bug in the beginning of February, and we did not account for all of the medicine, all of the convenience items that we would be purchasing for the month of February. And so that was a really big portion of the budget. We also have been working a lot, so a lot of convenience items like coffees out, eating out, and not really taking into consideration meal planning and doing those quick and easy meals. So for us, it was definitely the overspending side, but I know a lot of times it could be decreased income. Maybe for some reason your job was closed. I know a lot of people are having storms around them right now, so it could be where you're not able to go into work, or it could be an unexpected expense, something with your house or your vehicle or something else that was going on. The second thing is that we need to figure out how you are able to stay afloat. How you are able And this is a really good question that you should be asking yourself. How were you able to stay afloat? Did that mean that you used your savings or your sinking funds to cover the difference? And if you did use those, did you use them from the correct category, or did you pull from another category to cover for the expense? Or did you add debt / increased? One of these three things had to have taken place when you had a month where you were over budget or you overspent. So either you use savings from your emergency fund or your sinking fund for that designated item or category, Or if you didn't have enough, did you just pull from your overall savings, or did you pull, let's say you had a car maintenance situation and you pulled from your house savings? So where did that money come from? Or if you didn't have savings available or you decided to use a credit card, did you add debt? It's important to know when we overspend, where is that extra money coming from? Because we're need to account for it potentially in the upcoming month. The next and most important thing is to create / adjust upcoming budget. And are we able to lower expenses? Sorry, you guys, Moses decided he was gonna take a nap right next to me. So the next important thing is to create and adjust the upcoming budget. If you are over budget in your previous paycheck or your previous month, we need to ensure that our next month is accounting for that. Meaning, if we pulled from our savings and now we don't have an emergency fund, we want to go ahead and restart building that up if we can. Or if we added to a credit card or took out debt to pay for this unexpected expense, we need to ensure that we're including that into our upcoming budget. If it is something where an overspending took place, think of your grocery expense or your household expense. If it's something like a variable category and it's due to inflation or outside variables, we want to also ensure that we're adjusting our budget when needed. If you are finding that you were in the past spending $100 a week on groceries and it's not obtainable anymore for you to spend $100, now you're spending $125, we want to ensure that our budget is reflecting that, so we're still staying within the budget. So we'll need to take a look and see what we can tweak and change to ensure a successful budget. Are we able to lower expenses? If you are a paycheck by paycheck budgeter like our family, and you have a bad budgeting month or a bad budgeting pay period, what we like to do is the next following week, we like to take care of what we didn't do the last pay period. So for example, if I have two categories and my grocery category is $125 and my household category is $50, and I know from my past tracking, I've been spending about $100, $110 in groceries every month, so I'm staying under budget. But in my household budget, I'm continuously going over budget, but I don't have the income to increase the household. Reallocate those funds. Give your money a place to go and have your money work for you. Really take a deep dive in what you're spending. Look out your bank statements. If you're a cash spender, start tracking with spending trackers and really see where your spending is going. That is going to be a really big eye opener. And that leads to number 4, track spending. Now this is going to look different. So we want to track spending and stay informed. So this is going to look different depending on what your budgeting method is. I know for us in the month of February, we are typically a cash envelope user family, but for the beginning of the month when our family was sick, we were using a debit card. So we quickly learned that all of that swiping was very easy for us to lose track of our budget because we weren't physically seeing the money exit out of the envelope and seeing how much we have left. We had to actually go inside the bank account and take a look. And when your budgeting method has switched or there's an adjustment, you need to ensure that you're also looking at that side. Same thing, if you're a cash user and you're not getting your receipts back and you're not tracking, it will be very easy for you to have $100 and look back and say, okay, what did I spend? What stores did I go to? And what did I buy from what stores? So tracking your spending and staying informed. The other thing that we like to do in our family, which we find really beneficial, is having weekly budgeting meetings and checking in. In our personal family, my husband and I, we meet on a weekly basis and we talk about any expenses that we have coming up for the upcoming week. or any financial goals we're wanting to make, whether it's savings or debt or sinking funds, and just making sure that everybody's on the same page when it comes to finances and our financial goals that we have together. And the last thing, which I think is honestly the most important, is to remember your why. If you are new to the budgeting community, this may be a phrase that you may have heard kind of just in passing. And what remember your why is, why are you wanting to make that financial change? Why are you wanting to start to budget? Why are you wanting to pay off debt? Why are you wanting to save and to prepare for the future? And really focus on what that why is, because anytime you have to make a tough decision, I know for me, our why is to build us up financially and to be as financially successful as possible for our children, showing them what a good role model of what financial literacy and financial freedom means. So that really helps us get back into that mindset and help motivate us, even if we have a bad budgeting month like February, to kind of help realign and focus our goals for March. So those are the 5 things on how we are recovering from a bad budgeting month in February. I always like to preface, there is no bad when it comes to budgeting. It's always about learning and adjusting and changing. Life is always changing, life is always happening, and so it's important to always be able to know that your budget is adjustable and we can always move things around and switch things around when life happens. So just to do a quick recap, the 5 steps is recognize why the budget was over. Normally, it's one of these 3 things. It's a decrease in income, unexpected expense, or overspending. So you'll really have to figure out which one of those 3, if it maybe was a few of those happened that caused the budget month to kind of take a little bit of a turn. 2, how are you able to stay afloat? When you have a budgeting month that didn't go to plan, something had to happen to have one of these take place and your bills still get paid or your variable expenses still be able to do. So did you pull from your savings or sinking funds? If you did you pull from the appropriate one, or did you borrow from another envelope? Or did you add debt or increase your debt to take care of the budgeting month or the unexpected expense? 3, creating a budget and adjusting the upcoming budget. If you added debt or if you use savings, and are you going to pay back those savings? Are you going to, like for us, we have an account buffer. Are we just going to eat the buffer and add it back over time? Or are we going to make sure that we pay ourselves back the following paycheck? Are you able to rearrange your variable expenses? If you were over budget in groceries last week, can you lower your household budget to make up for the difference? So really getting creative and seeing how you can adjust your upcoming budget if you had to use savings or sinking funds or debt to ensure that we kind of get back on the same foot. 4, tracking your spending and staying informed. If you guys are a debit card user, it's really easy because you could just log into your financial institution and it will show your spending. If you are a cash user though, you really have to be intentional with tracking or keeping your receipts. And lastly, remembering your why. Why are you on this financial journey? Why are you wanting to do better? And that will help guide you. So that is going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoy budgeting, cash stuffing, and playing with me, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more content. As always, you guys, if you're on a financial journey, let me know in the comments. I love to support you and your channel. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.